Flyover State of Film was shot in front of a live studio audience.
Welcome back, guys, to another Flyover Stereo Film Bracket Edition. It's been a while since we've done a bracket. As always, I have my boys with me. I got Joe from the Jets, Brian from Flyover, and TJ from TJ Dex.
Hey. Shit, spilled.
Sporting my Chucky watch-along shirt.
Yep,
Shout out Harrison.
Proud data.
Shout out Harrison, yep.
A great artist. Up-and-coming artist, unknown artist, $75 per commission.
Watch out for his Patreons dropping soon.
Yeah. So let's get right into the meat of this episode, all right? Let's not waste
no
time.
dicking around. I don't want to waste a bunch of time. I don't want to waste like 25 minutes up at the top complaining.
Straight into it.
Well, you know what? I got some problems with you people.
Let's talk about it, Joe. Let's talk about it.
Let's hash this out.
Let's just hear it out. Yesterday,
let's hear, everybody, let's take 5 minutes.
Watch.
How you guys been doing in quarantine? Let's do a check-in, guys. Let's do a check-in.
You know, yesterday.
No, fuck that. Doing a bracket. Shut up, Joe. Shut up.
Yusuf just ignored the whole thing.
Take over your show.
All right, so we've had, believe it or fucking not, this four assholes have made 56 episodes together. And that means 56 movies, and each of us have picked, I'm going to do the math real quick, 13?
Yes, just roughly.
Roughly, some of us had, Brian and I have both had holiday episodes. I think I've had.
I also made up by making you guys watch a trilogy at least. That helped me balance up though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and the Halloween. The Halloween episodes of the franchise. But yeah, 56 awesome movies.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so we've always busted each other's balls on who's the worst movie picker, TJ. But we wanted to put it in writing. We wanted to actually fight it out and determine who of us, TJ, is the worst picker of movies or the worst selection of movies.
Y'all are fucking in for it.
And we determined, the top 8 of the worst.
There's some movies that got spared by not being on this list, by the way.
That's what I wanted to mention before we get into the meat of the episode. Sorry. I wanted to do some honorable mentions. What are some of the movies that did not make it here that you really wanted to shit on? Joe, what movie was spared in your eye?
Oh my god. Not to just go after TJ, but like Sidekicks.
I swear to God, man. I'll turn this podcast off right now and I'll walk out.
Sidekicks.
Let me be the one to balance it out and give it back to Joe, because the fact that American Pie isn't on here is of travesty. That movie is an abomination. It hurt society. It made society a worse place.
Hey, American Pie was chosen from when we started doing games in the back half of Rotten Tomato scores. So it's not me. It's the Rotten Tomato score.
First of all, let's just say that Jonathan Brandis and Chuck Norris are goddamn American fucking heroes. And they brought karate back to the forefront after Mr. Miyagi and Daniel-san. Now, let's talk about a movie that was way too pretentious and smart for us all, but way annoying. Hey, Yusuf, Brazil, fuck?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, you mean a fucking classic? Because
sure, I get it,
Brazil,
dude. I get it.
Brazil was a movie that it didn't belong on this worst list, but it definitely had. It was like, it's not the worst movie we've watched, but it garnered the least reaction. Like we were all just like, yeah, we get it.
That's fair. I mean, it's like, yeah, we watched it.
Yeah. Now I can check that off now. If I meet a smart girl in a library and she's wearing a fedora, but she's also cute, I'd be like, I've seen Brazil, and she'd be like, really? And she'd be like, what's it about? I'd be like, I don't remember. Like that's it.
You're welcome. You're welcome for
it's not gonna go much further than that.
You're gonna get as a life. You're welcome. But I want to mention my least favorite movie of this entire fucking thing is not even on the fucking bracket. And that is fucking Cabin Boy. Cabin Boy.
Oh, that's because TJ knows that shit's a modern classic.
Shout out Cabin Boy, dude.
TJ and me, Cabin Boy off this list. It doesn't belong here. It's art.
This sucks.
Cabin Boy could lick my balls. Guys, should we talk about Lord of the Rings?
Joe, get the fuck out of here.
Joe put the Yusef's 2 best movies up to be on this list, by the way. I'm calling you out, Joe. He was like, oh, what you go on the worst list? I don't know, Fear and Loathing and Harold and Maude. Like, are you fucking... I have Criterion collections of both of those.
Yes. And I also will stand by that when the Harold and Maude episode came out, you can see the way I went from not liking it to liking it real fast. Right. I got to listen to everybody, like...
I will watch Punisher Warzone before I watch Harold and Maude any day.
Whoa, Punisher Warzone's a good movie. That's 2 good movies. Watch them back to back.
Right? Yeah, that's I have all good movies. All right, so
well, Quick and the Dead's forgettable if you want to shit on Yusef.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
But it's good.
What a dick! All right, so let's do it. Let's talk about the actual movies that are on the bracket, and we're gonna shit all over them. We picked 8 movies. I put some randomized seating. That way we have randomized matchups.
I want you guys to know that I did think about going back and like aggregating scores and seating them that way, like doing an average, but I didn't do it, and I didn't mention it to anybody so that nobody would know that I failed. But then I just brought it up here. So sorry about that, guys.
It would have been just a top 10 of TJ, but let's do it. So, number 1 matchup. In no particular order, since this is randomized seating, we have TJ's pick of Airborne coming up against my pick of Moonstruck. Who wants to start off? Let's start off with Brian and Joe. Since
That's fair. That's very fair.
Brian, what's up?
I definitely, like, when I saw TJ's list, I was like, oh, hell yeah, Airborne's going on there. That's one of the 2 worst, definitely. But when I think back to Moonstruck, even though it's got, like, better performances and better looking people in it, it's also, like, again, like, misogynistic and shitty in a bunch of, like, ways. Like, to look at it now, it doesn't hold up at all.
As the world should be.
Yeah. So I think I'm personally just going to give Airborne a pass on this one. I'll vote for Moonstruck.
Wow. Shocker. Joe, where are you going?
Well, I think we got to really sympathize with the movie about an outsider finding his way and, like, really pining after the girl, but he can't get the girl. And then it leads to the big climax. So that's why we got to go with Moonstruck. To advance, because Airborne actually is a ton of fun and it's bad it's good. It's so bad it's good gold. I think it purposely gives that.
TJ's not gonna vote against it.
Did we make it clear? Does everybody understand this is worst of the worst? We're right.
Yeah,
they know we're plummeting towards the bottom, right? Okay.
I like Moonstruck, but I gotta air with Brian on this one because Airborne. I mean, you can kill like 6 beers for that movie and have a good time. So,
I guess so. Are we? But are you fucking voting for the best of the worst or the worst of the worst? Because you're saying
first of all, the bracket's just getting started, baby. So first rounds are going to be you're going to see some cuts.
Worst of the worst.
God damn it, I really thought Airborne was going to go straight to the finals because they're fucking roller skating down an imaginary hill in Cincinnati for some fucking reason. For like 45 minutes, we're watching people just...
And
that's it. That's the movie. It's like literally just...
Yeah, Devil's Backbone.
Somebody gets some enjoyment out of that. Moonstruck, either people who enjoy it are bad and wrong.
So TJ's not going to vote. TJ, are you going to vote against... Airborne.
I'm gonna argue against is that Brian said that Moonstruck has better looking people. Name one.
Cher.
Guzin.
Cher's
Nope.
gorgeous in that.
Mitchell
Period.
Blew me
Guzin.
away.
Cher is gorgeous. in
Nope.
that.
Nope. Shane McDermott, who plays Mitchell Guzin, was in one movie, and that dude was a goddamn Calvin Klein.
What was his name again?
Mitchell Guzin. All right.
That almost. You know what? I'm
The girl
almost
in
tempted to change my vote because that name is so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
So
it
All I
is.
want to
let's
throw
wrap
out
this
there
up.
The
is
girl
also
in it
the first
married
movie.
Bert Schroyer.
The first movie of Jack Black and the first movie Seth Green. That makes the movie a lot better than Moonstruck. Moonstruck fucking sucks. My vote is for Moonstruck being the worst movie.
Moonstruck moves on.
Moonstruck moves on in a shocker. Rollerblading to hell is Airborne in my head at least.
Love you.
Second, actually, I'm gonna skip this second matchup to give myself a break, since it would have been up one of my picks. But let's jump into the Drive the Angry versus Island of Dr. Moreau. So let's start with the. Drive Angry was picked by our friend Joe, and Island was one of the original picks by Brian.
Yep.
TJ and me are gonna vote first since we're the objective parties. What's up, TJ?
Do you want to go first because you can get the vote last
No,
time?
go ahead, baby. I'm
Cool.
a nice person.
All right. This is tough because I like both of these movies almost equally. Both of them have a fantastical thing going for me each. God damn. The one thing I will give Brian's over Joe's is that this is one of the originals. This is one of the original 4 that we started with, and then Brian made us watch a goddamn documentary with it.
Yeah, he always gives us homework.
Yeah, so that kind of started a trend of what Brian and Yusuf have done a couple times. Man, I really like Drive Angry and Island Dr. Monroe. Okay. We're going to go performance-wise. Worst performance out of these two movies definitely goes to Island. Val Kilmer's dope. God damn it, what's his name from Godfather?
Brando, baby.
Brando.
Literally phoning it in with an earpiece in.
Yeah. And doing the whole gotta be fucking painted in white and have the little person clone of him. Everything about that was so much worse than Drive Angry. Drive Angry was bad.
But also think about how great the special effects and the practical costumes and makeup are in Moreau. Fucking amazing production in that movie.
Yes. I give it that.
And Drive Angry's got a bunch of shitty ass CGI. It looks like shit.
But see, if I had to watch Drive Angry or Island, I'm watching Drive Angry first.
Every time he fucks with his clothes on while murdering a bunch of people.
And the guy drinks blood out of the top of a skull, and it's William Victor.
He pours a beer into it.
Guys, the worst movie is Island. That's my pick. All right, Yusuf, what you got?
Yeah, I guess one has to go by the intent behind the filmmaking, and 100% people making Island thought they were making a masterpiece.
Yes.
Thought they were fucking groundbreaking the shit out of Hollywood, and Brando was giving a lifetime achievement performance, and it ended up being one of
If they would have let him be part whale with a blowhole on the top of his head like he wanted to. Let the artist art, you guys.
Just the scene where he's with the ice bucket on his head and he's kind of eating the chips up there. Drive Angry is not great, but I feel like it was made in the same vein of a Sharknado. We're just making a goofy, stupid movie that nobody's gonna take seriously. So if we're gonna follow the same logic as the bullshit logic that was applied to Airborne, then Island is the one that's fucking sucks.
Unnecessary shots.
Yeah. Island for me. What's up, Joe?
All right. I mean, listen.
Right, God damn it.
Drive Angry is a blast. It is cheesy and corny. And to tie it all together, the dude who originally directed Island of Dr. Moreau that got kicked off directed Color Out of Space.
Awesome.
like
Oh,
Oh,
20
that was like
years
his
later.
comeback movie after like 20 years.
With
Shout out to
Nicolas
Joe for
Cage.
being the first person to say the name right. Also, I said Monroe, you said Murr, and he said Moreau. So
I didn't try.
So we're going Cage. We're advancing. Island of Dr. Moreau. Ahead of Drive Angry, because Drive Angry, once again, is that certain vibe of trash cinema.
Don't get too cocky.
I do, baby. I know I have bad movies picked, and I just love his character Milton going with the cult leader. This is one of my favorite watches. So Moreau, you
Moving
on
on,
to the
baby.
next.
You lose, you win, but you also lose. Is how this game is working?
Yeah, pretty much. Brian, you have anything to say in defense of Island, or
Well, I mean, we'll be talking about it again, so I might
That's
as well
true.
wait.
All right,
Yeah.
fair enough. Next
That's
matchup.
right. Win and lose.
Winning is losing, guys. You got to keep your head in the game.
Staying. Winning is losing. that's right.
Cruisable.
Fuck me. I moonstruck in the second round. Wow. So let's do this. How about we do some fun action movies? How about we kick some ass with Lucky
Yeah.
Number 11? Joe's pick of Lucky Number 11 is up against my pick
Fuck.
of Kick-Ass. A repeat cage. We have 3 cages in this bracket. I just noticed. I didn't make that connection.
That's just because he is unfairly represented in the whole oeuvre of Flyover movies. It's not just
That's protector. That you're confusing him.
Because he's the GOAT.
Okay, relax.
Brian, TJ, where are you going with the Slevin versus Kick-Ass? Brian.
Oh, I'm going first. Oh,
This is easy.
The worst movie. This one is kind of easy, actually. I think the worst movie here is Lucky Number 11. It's stupid. It's more convoluted. It's like overwritten to the max. It's wastes a bunch of really good actors. It's just real bad. Kick-Ass. It's got some Kick-Ass. My whole thing with Kick-Ass is just I felt like they screwed up. They should have I don't know, I just felt like it was structured wrong, probably because it was just based on the comic and they weren't planning for a sequel, so it wasn't structured that way. But I was like, you could have easily stretched this out. Anyway, it's fine. It's just whatever. So yeah, Lucky Number 11. It's the way worse.
I was surprised that Kick-Ass made it to this list.
You picked a lot of safe picks, so it's hard to what am I gonna put Desperado on here? You got to find a bad movie,
Brazil.
I picked a good movie. Picked a good movie. That's different. But TJ, where are you going, baby?
I mean,
why do I keep calling people baby? What is in this drink?
I don't know. What are you drinking?
I don't know.
Is that Sex on the Beach?
Yeah, I'm just loose.
Let's get it. Get loose. I mean, guys, what are we doing here? Kick-Ass, I mean, to me, isn't a bad movie. It's that late 2000s, 2011 or whatever the fuck it was. Like, it just fits into that decade. Those type of films. I don't know. Lucky Number 11, though, I kind of like. I kind of find a little itch in my, what I'm saying for it.
We're getting some disparity here. Hold on.
Yeah, there's I don't know. I get that it falls into the range of the same. Yeah, it falls in also the same type of range of films that came out that year for itself. So, I mean, fuck. For fun, Kick-Ass is worse. For fun.
Boom.
Play.
You just
Let's
laid it
play,
down.
babies.
Now what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to flip for it because I'm not gonna vote. Joe, are you gonna vote against?
Are you gonna change your vote and vote against your own movie?
Yeah, no. Lucky Number 11 is not as
Oh,
good as
Joe,
Kick-Ass.
with the say, fuck you, TJ.
Yeah,
Lucky
I don't
Number
know.
11 moves on.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, that's true. There might be
take
matchups
two.
where the movie I didn't have to make the choice about Moreau yet.
I respect Joe's integrity, not TJ's. So the last matchup. This is a barn burner.
I'm going first.
Because wait, I'm sorry, I had an audio cut out there. What's the choices?
No, the new one is the Norm Lane Norm versus Drowning Mona. Brian's pick of one of the worst comedies we've ever covered, and TJ's pick of
It's just ridiculous.
Let's
So
go.
guys,
Let's
just
go.
don't have a
Why don't
taste
you start,
for good,
and then I go.
obscure, weird. You
No,
just don't have to come.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's whatever, man. That's a good matchup, though.
Yeah, it's
That's
two
a
very
finals.
horrible movies. Very, very bad movies. Brian's horrible picks are finally shedding a light on his
TJ's
face.
making it out of the first round. Let's
Just
go.
because you guys don't share my comedic tastes does not mean my picks were terrible.
Brian likes to laugh at non-funny shit. So this one is legit hard for me because I came in with zero expectations for Norm. Like I knew I was gonna hate it. Like I fucking saw the poster and I was like, why the fuck are we watching? However, when I yeah, exactly. However, when Brian picked Drowning Mona, I looked at the cast. You know, Danny DeVito, Beth Midler, right?
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, Nev
Jamie
Campbell.
Curtis, it's like jam packed, and I was like, "Oh fuck,
William
maybe I'm
Victor.
this hidden gem."
Yeah, Bill Fisher's
just-
awesome in that.
And I just stared at this fucking movie for an hour and a half, just blank stare. What the fuck is happening here? And it was horrible. Like it was up there.
It's
with
like when you made me watch
Rise of the
Climax.
exactly. But, come on, you couldn't have come in with that much expectation for a French random movie. That's the same as I would have come in with Danny DeVito. I'm sorry, let's get into the meat of it. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. So I'm picking Norm because there's no fucking way I'm not
You
gonna let Norm
motherfucker.
die in the first round because
You're
it's
such
legit.
a prick.
It's one of those movies that scarred me, and it made me question: should I keep doing this fucking podcast with this people?
Is it worth it? There have been a couple times where I was like, legitimately thought a TJ pick was like a chore. That and when Joe did the Lake House. I can't believe the Lake House didn't fucking get on here.
I didn't know if it counted because it was a combo deal.
Oh, it was. Ugh.
It counted because Island was a combo as well.
Devil's Advocate would have saved the combo, though.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Go. Where are you going with Drowning Mona and the Norm named Norm?
Good Norm.
Jersey.
No, man.
Yeah, Drowning Mona takes place in Jersey. You're right, actually. That's a good point. TJ, thank you for bringing that up.
First, I don't remember Drowning Mona.
Ooh, that's
The episode is called Drowning
That is so-
Jonah.
yeah.
But like Yusuf said, a gnome named Norm literally just sits with you. It's terrible and it's just fucking. I crawled inside my brain, sat there, and just started chipping away. And sometimes I'm like, I'm taking a shit, and I'm like, oh great, that smell reminds me of Norm.
I did legitimately see, like, I forget what it was on. It came up through my Twitter or something, but I saw a poster. Somebody was talking about it. I was just literally, I was like, oh, I like did that revive. I'm all by myself, but I made a
Blood is
face. Like,
boiling.
Yo, is it? It's also called like Cool World or something like that too.
Oh, yeah, it has.
Upworld.
World.
Oh, I'm sorry, TJ.
Oh god, that movie is an abortion.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's
I am
the type of movie that you go like, you could have just given that money away.
I'm
Like
sorry.
it would have been best served just throw the money in the river.
That was a
and
tax
whoever
write-off.
gets to get.
That was a tax.
oh, so we made it through round one, guys. We did it.
No.
Oh yeah,
No.
we're done.
It's my vote.
TJ, you already lost.
It's my vote.
Yeah.
No. It's my vote.
He gets to talk
All
about
right.
He just wants to complain.
You
Talk
have a
about
lot of
Mona.
time.
You're gonna talk about Norm soon. Again.
There hasn't been a friendship on film since Elliot and E.T.
Dude,
Since-
it's gonna be in the second round. You can talk about it. In
Yeah,
the
you're
second.
gonna have more time to talk about it. It
No,
lost, but
no,
it
it's
won.
not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Brian's gonna vote against his own film.
Brian,
Why
are
would
you
I-
gonna put it?
Why would I do that?
Bullshit. All right, go.
No man.
I hated No Man.
Do you have anything against Mona? You want to throw a jab
Yeah,
before it goes?
Does anyone have a point about Mona except for the cast? Because they literally.
I mean, I could
Back
talk about
up.
Drowning Mona because I fucking
no.
love Drowning Mona, but what's the point? None of you liked it.
All right. So moving on to the second round, we have Moonstruck versus Lucky Number 11 and Island of Dr. Moreau versus Norm named Norm. That's a barn burner right there. That's
That's the true final right there.
yeah. You guys fucked up with the airborne. So let's do Moonstruck versus Lucky Number 11. TJ is gonna vote for Moonstruck because he's fucking pissed at the words that I said about his movie. But go ahead, TJ. Where are you going?
Oh God. Moonstruck is one of those fucking movies that, I mean, people talked about when I was young. They're like, "Oh, such a classic! It's such a love story." It's not good at all. The acting's not great.
Really toxic.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage in that is just over the top, which is fine because it's Nicolas Cage, but also doesn't match half of the film because his whole style doesn't match the film at all. Man, lucky number 11 though. Better cast, way better cast, all around cast.
Arguably, no.
Smarter writing.
Oh goodness!
Yeah, way smarter writing. It's like one of those movies that are
win best like screenplay or something.
Fucking bracket because we're counting on his taste to actually determine what's bad.
Yeah, it's like makes you think this thing, and then there's a twist, and you're like, oh no, it's this, and he's like, oh, he forgot his memory, but also he's a hit. Like, bro,
the
whole
switch.
Yeah, the whole thing with the thing and the thing. Lucky number 11 is so much
really
better.
Bad too.
Moonstruck is just Cher screaming in Italian around a bunch of people at a kitchen table, and that's cool. Not better though. So Moonstruck is worse. That's my vote.
Brian, what's up?
There's a lot of movies that came out around the time of Lucky Number 11, like Smoking Aces and Shoot 'Em Up, and they all had that same type of over-the-top action vibe. And a lot of them, but Lucky Number 11 was one of the few that I knew was bad the first time I watched it. Like a lot of those movies I liked, and I was like, this is a good thing. And then it took years later, I went back. Lucky Number 11 was bad the first time out of the gate. That being said, though, it does just kind of fall. It's kind of more like harmless and forgettable, whereas I think Moonstruck is legitimately bad for the culture. And like the fact that it's ingrained as this great love story is like terrible because most of the relationships in it are really toxic. And I mean, not to say that stuff doesn't exist in real life and everything, and he can't portray that, but I don't think they're ever acknowledging it. It's all like constantly like, this is good and this is the way it should be. And I just don't.
She's just unhappy.
So yeah, I think Moonstruck is the worst movie too.
Oh my god, this is mind-boggling. Joe.
Yeah. This actually is tough because if we go back and watch, I think I enjoyed Moonstruck.
Of course you did.
You know,
it's a lovely film with
it's
bad
not
music.
a bad movie. I think
I don't even care that much about it because I just picked it because I wanted.
I don't mind if the people were bad, but they just never grapple with it at all, and they never acknowledge it.
My note on it was I kind of just hate it. Like it ends very abruptly. It's clearly like a stage play.
That's fair.
But I think I need to lean towards going though with Slevin after rewatching it. Right, I picked it, but I remember rewatching it and being like, "This kind of sucks." Like it wasn't clever. It wasn't slick.
It's way overwritten. It's like written by. It's like
I think
it's so fucking dumb.
Is like at the time was preserved in my head of like. Because of that intro with Bruce Willis, like it's a cool like what's the Kansas City Shuffle? Like it's a really cool
Kansas City Shuffle.
But I you know what? I'm gonna be consistent. I think Lucky Number 11 needs to advance instead of Moonstruck. Moonstruck's too good to.
Joe has been the MVP of integrity in this.
So now we're gonna have to do a coin flip, right?
Joe wants a winner in the bracket. That's what Joe wants.
Joe wants to win the loser bracket.
I'm just a realist. You know what? Moonstruck is having a Cinderella story.
No, yeah. I mean, I think Moonstruck could win it all if I vote for it, but I'm not gonna vote for it because, I mean, I don't care. Like, this is my least. Like, I just picked it for fucking with Brian because he's a manly man and he doesn't like romance.
That's so not me though. I just don't like romantic.
I'm the alpha.
He's a manly man, bro.
I love 13 going on 30.
Yeah, I mean,
I like The Notebook.
I like other movies that have ladies with them.
But yeah, it's not a good movie. It's not a great movie, but it doesn't deserve to be the fucking finals.
Brian's a big Manhattan guy.
Let's throw a fucking coin flip. Who has a coin Nobody thought about it.
No.
Nobody
DJ,
prepared
cut
for
around
this, guys.
I'll be back. Cut
Gotcha.
around.
This is we're bad at this, right? No wonder Ryan is openly complaining about our show on Twitter. It's awful.
Who did? You did?
No, I said Ryan. He complained.
Oh,
about something.
yeah.
I don't think it was really us.
I think he was talking about his own show.
He needs to
How long
tighten
does it
up.
take to find a penny? God damn it!
I'm trying to share my screen. I'll share my screen. I have a
I
coin.
have
No,
I have
Joe,
a
that thing never works.
Okay.
All right, so let's flip a coaster
Oh,
because
someone
that's
else.
He's got a coaster. This is ridiculous. The side with the cork is going to be heavy. Like, there's one side that's going to be heavier.
That's not fair.
Yeah, the cork side's going to be heavier. That shit's landing cork down.
go get a penny.
I think you should leave. TJ should
Here.
leave this in.
Do you guys see my screen?
Oh yeah, I can see your screen. You took over. I see it.
Heads, tails.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Cool.
I don't trust this digital shit.
Did
I really just get up for a penny for you to do a fucking random thing?
Nah, I'll stop.
Where's the Schmodown? We're gonna have our digital wheel now.
All
Pathetic.
right. What are we voting for?
Oh, we're flipping a coin for Moonstruck versus Lucky Number 11.
All right. Head is Moonstruck. Tails is Lucky Number 11.
Looks like a tail to me.
Lucky Number 11.
All right. Good luck with the edit, TJ. So the second round, we got Island of Dr. Moreau versus Ganor named Norm. Two of the fucking worst movies we've ever watched on this show. Joe, the patron saint of integrity. Where are you?
Guys,
It's a really long name.
he got to Earth. I don't know. It's kind of like the same plot to Masters of the Universe with like a flute. I don't really remember. It's Lumen. It's Upworld. It's Norm.
Gildor looks way better than Norm.
I'm not wasting. Yes, he does. I'm not wasting any more time. It's Norm.
All right. So one vote for Norm. Objectively speaking, I mean, even if you do a fucking Google search of what's the worst movies ever made, probably Island is gonna be in that list. 100%, it's gonna be in that list.
Can I tell you, Island's in that list because it was popular.
Well, because a lot of people have seen it. Yeah, because it was like a big release. Yeah.
Yeah. Norm was a tax write-off.
Yeah, nobody knows about Norm. So that was my, that was where I was headed. The reason why Island is in this list is because it had a legendary actor and Marlon Brando, and it had Val Kilmer at the peak of it. Nobody fucking knows about. I could have died without knowing about Norm because nobody was gonna recommend it to me. But I fucking started a podcast with TJ, and for some fucking reason, I had to watch it. And that fucking movie deserves to be in the final, along with Airborne. But it is what it is. 2 votes. TJ, are you gonna vote against your? I want to hear from you. Are you gonna vote for Norm or Island?
Oh, do I get to talk about this movie now?
No, you're gonna talk about it in the finals. But do you want to say something about Island of Dr. Moreau before it leaves the bracket?
Yeah, fucking a gnome named Norm is a fucking film about friendship.
Oh, it's a film now? It's a film now?
Yeah, it's a film about friendship, and also stars, when you were saying us like a cinematic star, Anthony Michael Hall. It was his turn. He was right after Edward Scissorhands. Yeah, he was going from a geek to chic.
Into the hill and just fell right into the bottom of it.
He owed someone money, so he did this movie.
No, this was
the one thing that this movie you could say has going for it would be like its puppet and special effects, and it's even worse than Island Dr. Moreau in that aspect.
No, that's
like,
not true because you're being
it's
very rude.
bad
You're being
also.
incredibly rude. This is Stan Winston's first directorial debut.
Oh,
Debut?
God.
Oh my God! Is it French? No,
Well,
dude,
Stan
that's
Winston
even a
can't
knockoff.
direct, I think, is what we found out.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like he was about. And didn't Stan Winston did he direct Pumpkinhead?
So upset right
I
now.
think he did direct Pumpkin.
Also, a gnome
So
named
fast.
Norm showed us what it's like for people who live in the center Earth. They're not from fucking outer space. They didn't come to Earth. They've been here forever. All right, they're natives to this fucking land.
Why are you so angry?
So,
I do
Brian,
like
are
that
you-
allegory. Did he bring that up in the episode? How this is an allegory for first world peoples and how like they've been mistreated? I would have gone for that.
I did a whole like but what are those things you do on YouTube now when you're doing like
video essay?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm
guys,
saying?
Elysium was an allegory for illegal immigration, and that movie sucked too. So,
That
Yeah,
movie
fuck
did suck.
immigrants.
all right, Brian, what do you got, dude?
Brian,
Yeah,
are you
man. Stan Winston directed Pumpkinhead. He didn't. This wasn't his directorial debut. I knew it.
this is a tax write-off.
Anyway, what? Oh, do I have anything to say about what?
Are you gonna vote against your own movie?
Oh, no. I mean, like I said, objectively, even though they're both very bad,
Yeah.
at least with Island of Dr. Moreau, you get the crazy stories. You have like all the wild behind the scenes shit, and there's some cool effects and stuff. Like I said, I'm fine with that.
Perusa bulk.
All
Yeah.
right, baby. We're in the finals. This has been a meaty bracket. This has been fun, but
And I
one
think
of
the
the-
right two movies have moved on.
yeah,
I feel like this is
worried.
a pretty objectively bad worst list. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you look up the Rotten Tomato score, it would fall on the bad side. If you do a poll on Twitter, these two movies would
All
be
right,
up there.
Lee. What are the two finals? Gnome named Norm.
Versus Lucky Number 11.
And lucky number
All right.
11.
All right. So
It's
before
almost
we
like
vote,
the Kansas City Shuffle.
before we vote,
We're pretending we're gonna go to Lucky Number 11, but motherfucker, it's always been on the right side, and it's fucking Norm.
before we vote, I want to give the Rotten Tomato scores of each.
Oh, then I'll talk while you. Fuck yeah, this movie is so bad. It's horrible acting. The lead, Sir Michael Anthony Hall, is completely lost in this kind of cool but bad, but dorky, but straight laced, but rebel. He doesn't know what the fuck he's supposed to be in this movie.
Does he do his black person voice in this one? I don't remember.
I think so. I think he does.
I
like
used to love it.
Okay.
No, he
every
does
movie.
Ricky Ricardo. He goes, we'll see. He does that.
Okay,
All right, man.
doesn't
What the
Okay. All right. So
What's the Rotten
so
Tomato
this
score?
is a first.
I'm
So
over it.
Norm doesn't have any critical
nobody-
reviews,
Like I said,
but
people have died.
it's the audience score is a 59.
That's ridiculous.
Lucky Number 11's audience score is an 87
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god.
and a 52 tomato score. So like critics kind of liked this movie.
What
Like, a
movie?
Critics. I mean, a 52 is still rotten.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like Rotten Tomato way that works, like everyone kind of gave it a C.
Yeah.
I would say
But
Rotten.
that's the thing about it. And like, maybe it won't be objectively worse. I don't know what's going to win. But like, it is also just kind of like
Guys, Running
It's
Scared. was-
benign bad. It's like, it's bad in all
I
these
wanna
kind of
pick.
like, it's overwritten. It's overcast. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
running.
just too try hard, and then it's such a blah movie for being so try hard. You know,
I feel Joe hit it on the head with Running Scared. Technically was worse, but TJ has so much bad picks that Running Scared just
What
flew under the radar.
the fuck?
I was gonna
What?
say Running Scared, but again, he had other worse movies.
Running Scared
Yeah.
is
Oh,
so much better
100%.
than Lucky Number 11.
But guys, Lucky Number 11, at least like if I'm like a dad on like a Sunday and I just mowed the lawn and I want to sit down and like crack a beer and fall asleep and it's on USA, like I'm gonna have a nice time and be like,
No,
Oh,
no,
man,
no.
my dad
Oh.
deserves better. Actually, my dad
Barb.
doesn't, but me as a
Oh.
dad, I
Oh,
deserve
Barb.
better.
Did you see what I saw the other day? It was a good movie. Like that's a dad conversation.
No,
like it's
a
some
no
twists
name
and
norm
turns.
is you're with your son and he's like 6 years old, and he's like, "Dad, let's
You
watch a
just wanna
movie." And I'm
scar
like, "I
him
got the
for life.
perfect fucking like hero
Just finished
movie
watching
sidekick."
E.T. and then you're like, now let's see what a bad movie looks like.
Matt, I don't know what to say anymore.
Are you gonna fucking make us watch Mac and Me as well?
Well,
Now-
we're watching
Fuck
Power
that.
of the Dog.
I'll quit the
but-
podcast.
Now, you're lucky it's not Little Monsters. God damn it, Brian.
Oh, and there's so many
Monster
bad
Squad could
movies
have been
out
up
there.
here as well. I don't know, TJ. This could have been your bracket alone, but you know we were being fair. We had it.
A bracket for each member next time.
Oh damn! When we
That's
reach 100
TJ.
episodes,
Yeah, TJ couldn't do that. TJ's heart would break. Yeah, I don't think is anybody voting against lucky number 11.
Yeah, I'm voting
Yeah.
for to.
No, I mean, as in it's the worst.
Yeah,
the
I
wor-
am.
is anybody- yeah, TJ is.
Yeah, I am
Right,
because
so-
And
Josh-
I do think legitimately that Lucky Number 11 deserves to be in the finals. I think it is very, very bad. I want to point that out. I don't want to like let it off the hook because Norm's gonna win in a landslide. Lucky Number 11 would have beat damn near every other movie on this list, as far as I'm concerned. That movie sucks.
even Airborne, even Airborne.
It wasn't that bad, guys.
Guys, well,
I'm sorry, but
yeah, it could have
Okay.
beat Moonstruck too, honestly.
Airborne or No Name Norm.
Dude, that would have been such a great.
Airborne's
final.
worse.
Both suck.
Norm, I literally Norm all the way.
Don't ask me to explain.
Also, Streets. Wait, low key it didn't get mentioned. Streets of Fire wasn't good.
It's a great movie.
No, it was weird, which made it entertaining, but it was not good.
Yeah, it wasn't,
It was
It
a
wa-
fine
and it-
one-time watch. It didn't
Yeah.
make me like
Yeah,
angry.
there we go.
and it was so forgettable too.
TJ,
The only thing I remember is how Willem Dafoe looked. That's like literally the only thing I remember about that
When I,
movie.
TJ,
when I was creating the list, I was like, "Wait, we watched what?"
You guys really let RoboCop 3 off the hook. I thought I couldn't believe you guys didn't.
Because we watched the trilogy. We had that.
Yeah,
I had that good experience in my head of watching all of them and then talking about all of them.
TJ, I will say this: your best movie pick. This is not gonna be one of you guys or anything I'm gonna say is Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah,
that was a pretty good one. Yeah,
I mean, like you're legit. Like Any Given Sunday was great. Night of the Creeps, Return of Swamp Thing was fun. The OG Flyover, we can't shit on that.
you're letting him off. You're letting him off the hook. with Night of the Creeps.
I
That
can.
Tom Atkins don't get you that far, man.
I can shit on everything you mentioned so far.
Alright.
His best one is Tremors and Killer Clowns. Those are the
Hey,
two.
save that for the next bracket, man. Save that for the next.
Dude, the big hit could have also been on this fucking bracket, but you know.
Hey.
Yeah, the big hit, and Lucky Number 11 is like two peas in a pod.
Pretty sure they're
Uh,
the same movie.
So we've said it before, but now it's in writing. Officially, TJ Dex is by far, by a landslide, the worst.
Far and
picker.
away, the worst. Just
The
awful.
worst.
Buddy,
And-
it ain't good.
and-
When my wife hears that it's a TJ week, she like has like actual sorrow for me in her face. So it gives me the hand tap. I'm sorry, you know. It's like that.
Hurtful,
And-
but truthful.
And to cement it, we're gonna celebrate by watching fucking Howard the Duck next week.
Oh yeah,
You
guys.
know what? No, I
That's
give
right.
TJ props on the restraint on not picking it sooner because I've
Yeah.
seen Howard the Duck a few times,
Yeah.
and I'll save it. But like, just ready to think you've been watching a movie for 6 hours.
So comment down in the comments below if you think we picked the right one.
Or yeah, if you're a fan of the show and you remember a worse movie, feel free to tweet at us. You can find me at Hercules. You can find these guys. They have Twitters. Go and tell them your Twitters. guys.
Fandango 1.
I'm at TJ Dex. You guys are on Flyover State of Film. Check out the latest episode 55 where we talked about Bowfinger, and then
Bowfinger.
56 where we talk about somebody else.
Frightener.
Frighteners. And then also we have a flyby coming up with me and Youssef talking about Lost Boys and Karate Kid. because of moving. Goddamn, we got content coming out the wazoo. And the first 25 minutes are not filler, my folks.
Get that free content. Also, no ads. You can just listen. It doesn't matter. You're never going to have a thing pop on and tell you to buy a mattress or order food or whatever.
If you want to give us some money, though, you could join our Patreon, where we'll also equally give you the same amount of money back next month for your
Patreon. We will donate our first tier is that we just donate your money back to your Patreon for you.
Yeah, and I unfollow you on Twitter. It's
but I mute you immediately.
All right, whylovemeat.com. Bye.
Bye.